What's up guys, this is Void Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content. As you can see, I have finished 6 out of 10, or rather 7 out of 7 matches, and I have just finished my whole ranked positioning matches. During that ranked session, I played a fun game with Tulen, who is the guy on the thumbnail today, and as you might know from my tier list about the majors, I really enjoy Tulen a lot. That said, of course, I'm not the best Tulen player in this world. In fact, I think I've got just a couple of games on him. Career victories, heroes. If we are looking into that, okay, I can't even filter it. That's a pretty inconvenient choice. Was about to say stupid, but I'm not going to use that word anymore. So that's pretty okay. I've got 19 matches on him, so I'm by far not the best Tulen player in the world, but that game was a lot of fun. The outcome will be told at the end of the video, but Tulen is a really strong choice in my opinion, and I just want to show you how I play him, because that game, from my perspective, damage wise, was about 40% damage coming from me, and therefore I just wanted to share it with you. Talking about sharing, I want to show you what I'm building on Tulen. I already set up everything, but now the game reset the stuff, so we're going to do it live in this video. And as you can see, we are building Tulen mainly on magic damage, but with some minor stuff going in there. For example, we've got Reyes and we've got the evil secrets for some utility. So we've got some minor utility, and the rest of the build is tweaked about pure damage, besides the Arctic Orb here, obviously. Armor wise, Arcana wise, I'm sorry, I've got a small cold, so my brain is a little bit slow right now. Arcana wise, I'm going with my Flurry build instead of my normal mage build because of this one. I want to take Flurry for the additional magic piece, because magic piece is actually super powerful on Tulen, and this is 10 times Flurry. We've got 10 times Violate in here, and we've got 10 times Devour, and if you take those 3 chapters, max level 10, max level 3 10 times, oh my goodness, this is going to be crazy. You get these little bonuses here on the right hand side. Magic piece 88 points, which is huge, and it's going to do us a great favor in the game, but you're going to see for yourself. Enchantment wise, I've got to change the hero again. Well, that's super convenient. Enchantment wise, I have taken a full damage build in the core enchantment, which is Veda, so we're focusing around Holy Thunder. I'm going to increase our damage with this, and the first normal attack or ability that hits an enemy triggers it. Each subsequent normal attack or ability that hits the enemy shortens the cooldown, which is really cool because you will have your passive, and Tulen is all about mastering the passive, and it's gonna deal a ton of damage, and that's what we want to see. The rest of the build is pretty much standard. We've got Acts of Sacrifice as well as the Holy Verdict here for some additional magic piece, and then we're taking Mark of the Frost, so we've got 2 times the invulnerable state that we can kind of put ourselves into some kind of stasis, and we've got Gunslinger here to complement the build and boost our stats a little bit. So be prepared for some fun gameplay. Tulen is always really fun if the game works well and you gotta get some kills, which we will do obviously, because that's 40% damage. I'm sorry, enjoy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are within the game. The first buying choice was not recorded yet. I went for the boots. I'm going against Baganga, and the first item then that I want to have are the Gilded Greaves, just for that little magic resistance, which isn't the magic resistance that you had before Battlefield 4.0, because they decrease the amount of magic resist that you do get from a lot of items. I don't know why, because now they're forcing some characters, if there is a mage heavy setup, to buy at least 2 of the bigger items, but I don't know, it's just how it is. And as you can see, we have a little bit of a struggle against Maganga, and whew, boy, that was super close. Like, just one sniff breeze is going to kill me, and therefore I said to myself, we are going to recall in. I thought about going in on Maganga using one single combo, but the problem is if he is just putting some of his area effects on the ground, I will just die terribly and not doing anything at all, and that would have been a shame. So I was rather going for some farm delay and getting back with full life, not granting Maganga a single kill in the very first moments of the game. So here we go again. I don't know what's going on with Maganga. He's a little bit confused, and so is the rest of my team. So it's nothing really happened so far. One kill on both sides. We've got both butterfly junglers. I don't know what's going on with butterfly in platinum. It's just crazy. I think I didn't play a single match within the platinum promotion series without at least one butterfly in one team, sometimes even two, as we have in this battle right now. So I don't know why this champion is so popular. There are a lot of better choices, but it just seems that people do get along quite well with her and think that she's got some great potential, and therefore they're going in with the crazy butterfly assassin style. To be fair, the combo sequence wasn't ideal. I know that, but in the end, the result was that we killed Maganga for good, and that's all that matters. So I could have played that a little bit better, but as you guys have just seen at the beginning of the video, this was my 19th match with Tulen, so I'm not super used to him. I play him from time to time. Sometimes it's going better, sometimes it's going worse, and this seems to be one of the better games. One tip, especially for beginners, because that is some kind of stuff that newer Tulen players are going to wrap their head around, is the damage. Tulen's damage is at the beginning of the game, at least when I was starting to play him, quite sad. I was really frustrated because I was playing against Tulens and they did crazy combos, like wombo combos, and dealing shitloads of damage, and it was really crazy. And I was always thinking, how do they do that? How do they fight with this champion? It was abnormal. Like I hardly believed that this was some kind of like normal thing to do, because I could do it. Like I couldn't pull the trick off. It was really hard for me to get the damage. I wasn't even getting close to the damage that some of the Tulen players were able to dish out. And one thing that I had to learn the really hard way: your passive is basically your bread and butter. That is true for a lot of heroes, where your passive is actually quite powerful, and a lot of playstyle is building around that passive. But this is overly true for Tulen. If you don't understand how to maximize your S2, your passive with your S2, you are damned. Or doomed. This is not working. You really need to understand that you have to jump over enemies, that you have to hit all those 3 thunderbolts to get the best out of your ult, to stack it properly, to get the ult in the very best way possible, as most often as possible, and then you can finally build up to deal some damage. If you're not going to take it, you will struggle, and Tulen will just be a subpar mage in the hero roster. Believe me, I played him really badly at the beginning when I was trying to figure out what people are actually capable of doing with him, and it didn't work out in any kind of way, just because I wasn't using my passive. So now I think Baldoon basically saved us from being killed here. He could have just rushed in and killed us, but he didn't. So thanks for that. And as you can see, it's 5 minutes played, and we already have 5 kills so far. That said, my team isn't really doing that well. We've got 8 kills on both sides. 5 kills are on my account. That means that my kill has just scored 3, and we have been killed equal to the amount of kills from the enemy team. So that was actually pretty bad. And now I saw that he was about to jump me. I knew that this was about to happen, and I couldn't stop it. I thought that I might be able to outplay him and get a couple of tower shots onto him, and it worked out, but there wasn't anyone to follow up, and therefore we got killed, and there was no retaliation. I don't know what Butterfly was doing there, besides getting killed, or at least yeah, she gets killed, but just because the cavalry arrived. That was her. That was her bonus, but otherwise she was just killing herself, and I don't know. I wasn't convinced. That was not the best battle flag that I've seen so far. But I guess a lot of players, if I'm having a bad day, will say the same about me. Oh, that wasn't the best tool I've ever seen. Fair enough. It's a game, and you've got better days, and you've got days where you can't really pull that off what you're usually capable of doing because someone in school bullied you. You had a bad day at work. You're thinking about kind of like how much money goes for rent and stuff like that. It's just normal things. You can't always um, play Arena of Valor to the fullest. It's just the ordinary daily life, and it happens to me a lot. With work and child and hobbies and part-time jobs and stuff like that. So don't be sad. Just take your time, um, take your mobile phone and put it away. Do something else, like go for a walk outside or something like that, and things are going to get better. Tulen's mobility is great, and therefore I was able to easily get away here with my shenanigans. I'm trying to pump up some damage into the enemies, but it's not enough. AKA they are too tanky. Like I don't have any means on touching Arthur and Baldoom at the same time if they're going against me, and I think that's just due to the fact that my team wasn't really performing that well so far in the game. I'm the only one who basically got the kills, but then I don't really have that much money. Another advice that I have for you when you're playing Tulen and you want to have a decent build is, oh my goodness, I'm getting killed. What I learned, or what tends to be better when I play Tulen, is not maximize the items right from the start. So what I'm trying to do is I get the first upgrade from Rhea's Blessing, and I do get the first upgrade from the Evil Secrets. So there's Spoopy Mask and Vlad's Impaler, and you do get the passive abilities or the ability in the description from them, but you don't get the full potential. But the passive stuff is already helping you a lot because you're increasing your magic pierce on the one hand, and you will get some really needed life gain on the other hand, because what Tulen's problem is, like, he's able to dish out shitloads of damage. It's really crazy, and you guys have seen it when I was about to do the triple kill that resulted in a double kill, unfortunately, because Telenos was able to snag that kill. You just see how many bolts I'm firing into them. Problem is, of course, you're about to die if you have to dive in, and you are more sorts of a close combat dasher than really a mage with long distance power. So this is going to be quite bad, actually, and you have to play around that. And that, of course, getting some additional health really helps. So I found my games to be better if I remember to just buy the first step of the upgrade cycle, and then afterwards go and maximize these items. So here's another kill for me. Oh no, that's a kill for... Oh yeah, here's another kill. My bad. So we turned the tide, and now it's 14 versus 16. At least we turned it a little bit. Unfortunately, yeah, I do get the double kill. Otherwise, that would have been a quadra kill, I suppose, because the 4 kills would have been on my side. But yeah, thanks to Aya's help, I think I was able to withstand some incoming blows and not being killed immediately. That said, if I'm not looking at the map, it's sometimes hard to understand if Aya's actually kind of inside of you, or what that ever is, or if she's not. And she needs to be really careful, because right now I'm super fat, like that's totally fine, but she needs to be careful not to steal important kills at the beginning of the game, especially if she's running around with an AD carry who really needs these kills in order to improve and get better gear. That's like super important. So while I'm doing a good chunk of damage to the enemy heroes, I would say my problem at the moment, at this stage of the game, is that I don't really have anything against crazy armor. Like even when I'm even in full passive mode with Arya on top of me, it's kind of hard to get the damage into Baldoom. So Baldoom is super tanky. I should have dashed through the wall here. Baldoom is super tanky. Arthur is super tanky, and Butterfly is super tanky as well. So this is kind of a really, really bad matchup for me. Like even if with the magic piece that I do have, so it's just a lot of tanks. Sometimes if there isn't a tank such as Baldoom, and you guys might have seen my Baldoom game in the ranked series, I really enjoy playing him a lot because he's just so damn good. Because he's got a really nice mixture of getting some damage in as well as some tankiness out. So it's a really equal sort of deal that you get by choosing him. You still have the damage to actually threaten heroes, so you're not Greg, who is basically just like standing around and people are like, well, it's just Greg. If he's not in hooking state, you won't remember him. Oh my goodness, and he kills me and I can't because I'm on cooldown, which is a bummer. Otherwise I would have been able to get another triple kill here, and I think that would have meant a lot for the team composition, because what we were not really doing that great was getting towers. Infinite Slayer has been defeated. I think the enemy Butterfly is a little bit better than ours. Oh yeah, you've got 1-7 versus 2-3. So it's not to blame the Butterfly, but it just shows how important a jungler is that is, or who is actually playing on objectives. And that was what our Butterfly wasn't doing, but their Butterfly was, and now they've got Infinite Slayer out, and the problem is that we are now playing defense line. And something that I realized, if you don't really have a really good tank, it's not that easy to play defense line with Tulen, because, as I said, most of your damage is kind of mid-range, so you really need to get into those fights and kind of close to the enemy heroes, and this is just going to get you killed quite easily. So here I do even get another kill on the Butterfly, so that's another double kill, but unfortunately my team has been whittled down and I can't defend that on my own. It's just not possible, and now I have to leave you with that game, which went really well for me, but unfortunately we did not have the capabilities as a team to make a bargain out of that, and I wasn't able to carry that. So I need to practice a lot more with Tulen to kind of get these matches in and hyper carry my team. I mean, I've got 40% of the damage, as I already said, 20% damage taken, so that was kind of equal. I've got 1/5, that's fine. 8,500 gold isn't crazy. There have been better amounts after this couple of minutes, but I was fine with my performance. So as you can see, I'm on a 10.7. You guys have seen the build. You know that I've got about 40% of the damage, and yeah, our Butterfly has a fight participation of 34.8%, which isn't really great. So unfortunately, the game does not always go the way you want it to. I hope you still enjoyed today's match. If you kind of liked it, a thumbs up would highly be appreciated, so give it a like. And I'm super happy that I've got a lot of new subscribers right now on the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to What It Does Gaming, just hit the subscription button, put on the notification bell, and you will never ever miss any of my upcoming videos. So have a nice evening. Bye bye guys. Stay healthy.